Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. B&B spoilers. Brooke and Ridge agree that Hope's behavior is wrong. The bold and the beautiful spoilers document that Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, and Ridge Forrester, Thorsten K, aren't entirely in sync. But they agree that Hope Logan's Annika Knoll behavior is ridiculous. Although he's not Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor is still considered family. However, that could change if he and Hope marry shortly. That possibility is plausible based on the trajectory of this storyline. Hope put her mother in a terrible position, with Brooke's only defense being Steffi Forrester Finnegan's, Jacqueline Messinswood, completely understandable misinterpretation. Whether she should have ended Hope for the future is debatable. Hope's past actions create a scenario where Steffi naturally believes she is still after John Finnegan, Tanner Novlin. Hope went back and forth with Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton for years. It is arguable, if not strictly correct, to put the onus on him for that dysfunctional dynamic. Steffi and Hope battled each other for years, trying to win Liam's complete heart. But he wanted to have both women available to him. To say that they let him do that would be too harsh a retrospective critique, because romance is filled with subjectivity, and love can often be blinding. So, why does Hope appear to lean on different guys? She wants to be loved. That is a natural human need. She and Carter are both single, and there is nothing wrong with them being together. However, they can't justify attempting to take over Forrester Creations as part of their new relationship. Brooke went to the cabin and let Hope have it. She's often treated her daughter with kid gloves because Hope's reputation had been as a soft soul. Knoll's character is still vulnerable, but she's been taking chances since deciding to become involved in an exchange connection with Thomas Forrester Matthew Atkinson. Carter is a different consideration because they share no history. Lang's character couldn't allow Hope to drag her into the coup scheme and had to tell Ridge what she knew. Hope's belief that her mother violated her trust reinforces that she's not thinking straight. How long it takes her to realize that will be seen. Kudos to the writing staff for the setup. As St. Victor entered, Kay was sitting with his back turned to the executive suite door. Ridge was looking at the family photos that adorn the long table behind the main desk, with retrospective scenes previously being seen that highlighted Carter's elevation within the family business. Within moments, Carter learned that Ridge hadn't reconsidered but realized the truth. However, the depth of Ridge's feelings for Carter still allowed an out. Carter appears unwilling to take Ridge's suggestion and break from Hope. He also doesn't want to destroy the legal paperwork that might make him the manager of FC's now legally licensed corporation. In the latest twist on The Bold and the Beautiful, a dramatic confrontation between Brooke Logan and Ridge Forrester brings Hope Logan's behavior into the spotlight. The beloved couple, who have weathered many storms over the years, find themselves united in their growing concern over Hope's recent actions. Hope, typically the picture of sweetness and innocence, has been spiraling in ways that neither Brooke nor Ridge can ignore. Her behavior, once so admirable, is now causing a rift not just between family members, but also within her own heart. It's clear that something is wrong, and both Brooke and Ridge are forced to confront the reality of their daughter's actions. The episode begins with an intense scene in the Forrester mansion, where Ridge and Brooke sit down for a candid conversation. There's no avoiding the elephant in the room. Hope's behavior has been increasingly erratic, and the usually poised young woman seems lost. Brooke's concern for her daughter has always been one of her defining characteristics, but Ridge, too, expresses a rare vulnerable worry. It all started with Hope's growing obsession with her designs and her personal life, which seemed to spiral out of control. What was once a harmless desire to be recognized as a successful designer has now turned into a dangerous fixation. She's made risky decisions both professionally and personally, seeking validation and approval from everyone around her, especially from her mother and Ridge. But Brooke, always protective, is starting to question her daughter's judgment. She's pushing people away. Ridge, she says, her voice tinged with concern. She's not the Hope we raised. Something is off. Ridge, who has seen many sides of Hope over the years, agrees. She's been acting impulsively, he says, rubbing his temples as if the situation is giving him a headache. She's always been strong, Brooke. But now, I don't know. It's like she's trying to prove something to everyone, and I'm not sure she knows what. The two parents discuss Hope's complicated relationship with her own insecurities. Her father, Liam Spencer, has been a constant figure in her life, but lately, Hope has been testing the limits of their bond. She's made decisions that have pushed Liam to his breaking point, and their relationship, once filled with hope and optimism, is on shaky ground. Brooke's worry intensifies when she recalls the recent tension between Hope and Steffi Forrester, another key figure in Hope's life. The rivalry between the two women has always been a source of drama, but Hope's actions lately have gone beyond the usual bickering. She's begun to act in ways that are downright manipulative, and Steffi, who has been more than patient, is beginning to take a step back. Steffi's right to feel hurt, Ridge. Hope's behavior is driving people away. It's no longer just about her career or her family. This is something deeper, and we need to help her. Ridge nods, understanding the gravity of the situation. I think she's been carrying a lot of pressure on her shoulders, but it doesn't excuse her behavior. She's lashing out, and it's not going to end well if we don't do something. The conversation takes a turn when Brooke suggests that maybe Hope is acting out because she feels unappreciated. She's spent so much time trying to prove she can do it all that maybe she feels like no one sees her. Her relationship with Liam, the pressure at Forrester Creations, I think it's breaking her. Ridge, the ever-pragmatic businessman, shakes his head. She can't keep using other people as her emotional crutch. She's got to take responsibility for her actions. I don't care if she's my daughter. This behavior isn't acceptable. The conversation becomes more heated as both parents express their frustrations. They both agree that Hope's recent actions have strained the relationships around her, and while they want to help her, they also know that she needs to recognize the consequences of her choices. As the episode unfolds, Hope's confrontations with the people around her reach new heights. Her increasingly erratic decisions become the focal point of several intense scenes, as she tries to convince herself and others that everything is fine. But the cracks are showing, and it's clear that her behavior is no longer a phase. It's a problem that needs to be addressed. One particularly tense moment occurs when Hope faces off against Steffi, who accuses her of sabotaging her own success in order to try and destroy their relationship. Hope, defensive and blinded by her own emotions, denies the accusations. But even she can't deny the tension in the air or the guilt gnawing at her conscience. Hope, you need to stop, Steffi says in frustration. You're hurting everyone around you, including yourself. Hope's response is sharp and defensive, but it's clear that Steffi's words have hit home. Later, she confides in Brooke, admitting that she's unsure of who she is anymore. I've been trying so hard to keep everything together, Mom. I don't know what's happening to me. Brooke pulls her daughter into a heartfelt embrace, softening for a moment before speaking the harsh truth. You're acting like a person who is afraid, Hope. Afraid of failing, afraid of not being enough. But you can't let that fear control you. You have to confront it. Not everyone is out to get you. Not everyone will judge you. We love you, but you've got to face this, or it's only going to get worse. Ridge, who's been quietly observing from the sidelines, finally steps forward. Your mother's right, Hope. This is about you finding balance again. But it's also about learning to forgive yourself for the things you've done and the people you've hurt. The episode ends on a note of uncertainty, leaving viewers wondering whether Hope will take the advice of her family or continue down a path that may cause irreparable damage. But one thing is clear, Brooke and Ridge's concern for their daughter is unwavering. Their united front is the first step in confronting a deeper issue that, if left unaddressed, could tear their family apart. Hope's journey to self-discovery will undoubtedly be a turbulent one, but with the support of her parents, there is hope yet for her to regain the balance and clarity she's lost. Only time will tell if she can overcome the internal struggle that has caused her to act out, or if she'll continue to spiral in a direction that could threaten everything she's worked for. The drama on the bold and the beautiful has reached a boiling point, and there's no telling what will happen next. But for Brooke and Ridge, one thing is certain: they will always fight for their daughter, even when the battle is against the choices she makes herself.